Coming up April 1st on the Whimsy Farm podcast, I speak with Nell Bernstein, author of In Our Future We Are Free, The Dismantling of the Youth Prison.
The third time he tried to take a car from a driver, that driver went for his own gun, and Aaron shot him with a rifle in the shoulder and permanently disabled him, ending his career as a nurse. So real harm. And this guy had been at all of Aaron's previous appeal hearings to say, don't let him out. The impact is too great. This time, and he couldn't even quite explain it, something had changed. This time he asked the Board of Pardons and Clemencies to let Aaron go. And because he had medical training, he said the years between, I guess, 15 and 25, which were the years that had passed behind bars from Aaron, are as important developmentally as the years between 0 and 3. And I've seen this young man change, and I can't go on with my life until he goes on with his. So please let him go. Because one thing I realized, I was reading about other social movements as I was writing this book, is that movements are coherent only in retrospect. We look back and we say, Rosa Parks was tired. We look at Martin Luther King or Gandhi or Cesar Chavez, and we tell their stories. But that's not how movements happen. When you look at them in their kind of seed phase, I can't think of a movement in the history of this country, really in the history of the world, that hasn't been sparked and largely led by those most affected. I asked young people who had grown up in these systems what they thought would seed safety and help them raise their children free and safe. Not one mentioned a program. They talked about things like parks and schools and clean air and water and sports and summer camp. And as a parent, that hit me so deeply because, of course, these are all the things that I wanted for my kids. I think the reason that we let things get so bad is that we somehow, it goes back to Vinny's quote about indifference or apathy. We somehow let ourselves believe that the young people we lock up were a different kind of kid, needed something different, wouldn't respond to the same kind of resources that quote unquote our kids needed. And that's just like that is the really cruel lie at the heart of youth incarceration. And it's a racialized lie. It's an othering, it's a dehumanization. And youth prisons don't keep us safer. In fact, they're criminogenic. There's studies showing that even a night or two in juvenile detention increases the odds of someone going on to commit crimes in the future. So I think part of my job as a journalist slash advocate is to break through this false dichotomy we've created between safety and the freedom of our young people.
Episode 23 of the Whimsy Farm podcast streams April 1st on my YouTube channel, Carolyn Crane and Whimsy Farm, on my website, whimsyfarm.net, and wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
whimsyfarms.net